Yo, hey, it's Dylan Stewart, the North Star Man, coming to you again today, day 45 of my hashtag 100-day challenge. Woo! You're not supposed to say the hashtag, are you? Whoops. Oh well, I'll edit that one out, I guess. Anyways, I'm Dylan Stewart, and I want to talk to you today about holding to your commitments. You know, when I set out to do this 100-day challenge, I saw other people setting out to do big challenges like this, and since then, a lot of them have kind of dropped it out. 100 days is a long time, and you know, when no one but you cares about whether you're going to hold to your commitments, a lot of people tend to just not. Just kind of let it fall by the wayside. And for me, it's funny because I really care. I'm not perfect in the commitments that I make. I certainly don't hit 100% of them, but I really strive to be an accountable person in my life. Today is day 45, and today is another day where it would have been really easy to have blown it off. It would have been really easy to say, you know, nobody cares if I show up and I complete today. It's just me. It's just me talking to myself on screen yet again. But I actually do care, and I want you to care as well. Because here's the thing, the promises that we make to others and that we make to ourselves matter. The accountability that you hold, the things that are important to you, it matters because if you're going to set out to change your life, to change who you are, to step it up, to get to this new level of who you want to be, you're going to have to make some promises to yourself. You're going to have to set some deadlines. You're going to have to give yourself a game plan and give yourself some rules to live by. I want you guys to hear the waves that are crashing outside. You can kind of hear it a little bit. I hope it's not super distracting to the video itself, because I really wanted to hear those waves and that consistency of the beach and the waves hitting the shore, because they're following through on their commitment, just like I am. Day 45, you know, we'll hit the halfway mark later this week, and that's important, but I'm going to continue to push through all the way to 100. 100 is it's a big commitment. During this time of this 100 days, I'm actually going to be out of town for about 10 days of it at Burning Man, and I've been thinking way in advance, like 30 days before I'm leaving, how am I going to manage that? Am I going to do these videos and just record them and release them when I get home? There's no real internet at Burning Man. I can't do Facebook Lives there. Am I gonna record a bunch of videos ahead of time and then release them, you know, have them released automatically once I'm out of town? Is that honorable? And I keep coming back to this question of, it matters to me, does it matter to other people? The commitments, the promises that we make, when you say to yourself, I'm not going to drink this week, if you don't have anybody to bounce that up against, if you don't have anyone to challenge you and say, hey, Dylan, did you drink this week? What does the commitment mean? If nobody else is following up and paying attention to what you're promising, it doesn't matter. If a tree falls in the wood and doesn't make a sound, you know, does it make a sound? What's the question? So that what I'm really looking to ask is, does it matter to you when you promise to do something? 45 days. 45 days ago, I was a different man, and I continue to change and I continue to grow. And I think about some of the revelations I've had in the middle about really being the man that I always wanted to be, stepping into a larger place where I can really own who I am and stop questioning it and doubting it and just step into it. And that's a hard mindset shift to get into, that I don't have somewhere to go, some journey, something to accomplish. I am who I am, and I'm growing and I'm building and I'm learning, but I'm not so far away from who I want to be. I am who I want to be, and I still want to grow beyond that. And so the question really becomes, how do you set your standards? How do you set your commitments? How do you set your goals, and how do you follow up on them? How do you maintain accountability? So here's a couple of quick tools that I use. I am big on my phone. I know anyone who knows me knows that I am like Mr. iPhone. So I've got a reminders list where I have everything that's going on in my life listed down, and I check it off as I go. I also use the notes program on my phone, and every morning I wake up and I go, what am I going to accomplish today? And I create sort of a to-do list for the day that rolls over all the way through the week. And things don't get dropped out because I tend to pick them up and add them to the list as I move forward. I've also got accountability partners in my life, people that I check in with that know what I'm holding myself to and want me to step up and win. And then I've got my men's team, which is a group of men that I sit with every week that care about me and care that I live up to my commitments. So what I'm asking you is, what's your community? How do you get the support to do the things that you want to do? How do you make sure that you are being accountable and that you're not making these hollow promises to yourself and others? How are you going to take it to the next level where you care so much about the things that you commit to that it doesn't matter if you're out of town or late at night or at the ocean with noise in the background, but you're going to fulfill that commitment? I'm Dylan Stewart. I'm the North Star Man. Today was day 45, talking about commitments and accountability, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I'll tell you one thing, I will be here tomorrow, and you can count on that. I'll talk to you then.